Hi, this is Professor Rich Gare, and I'd like to take this moment, this next few moments, to actually thank the Valencia College Foundation for the wonderful opportunity they have afforded me this past year again by awarding me the Endowed Chair in the study of the Shoah, the Holocaust. This is the fifth time I have been so blessed and plan to continue making Valencia proud of what I have accomplished over the years with your trust by giving me this award. I'd like to give you a brief rundown of what I've been doing with the award each year, but mostly, of course, this year for the annual report because I did submit an annual report. The other years, over the years, Valencia's endowed chair has allowed me to visit Israel, to attend Holocaust Educators Conference, and also be a presenter at that conference. It was a very rewarding conference. There were 750 Holocaust educators from 52 different countries attending, and at that time I also remained in Israel and attended 3 weeks of training at the International School for Holocaust Studies at Yad Vashem, which is where the conference was held. The endowed chair allowed me to return the following year when I was invited back for a one-time only graduate seminar. Yad Vashem had gotten a special grant to provide a graduate seminar for people who had been graduates of their 3 week program, and it was the first time they ran that. They invited people from each of the prior classes, about 4 or 5 people from each year's graduating class, and I was honored to be chosen as the one from my graduating class, one of the 4 or 5 people from my graduating class, to return to Israel the following summer and spend 2 weeks in intense study of the Holocaust, taking some of the topics we had studied in the 3 week program the prior year, and this second summer we spent an entire day on each topic, delving into it in much greater depth than before, meeting with scholars and historians and authors and studying the topics in greater detail. One of the highlights was studying Nazi medical ethics, or the lack of Nazi medical ethics. And when we studied that, we spent the entire day at the Shara Zedek Medical Center being taught and lectured to by the professors and the doctors there on staff, with the medical students sitting in on our sessions as well. So it was a very enlightening session. Much of what I learned that day I use in the classroom, and students are really blown away by the information that I share with them as far as what extent the Nazis went to in using their medical knowledge for evil. The endowed chair allowed me in subsequent summers to go back to Israel or to Europe and to visit concentration camps, as well as return to Israel to do independent research and study at Yad Vashem, and to do volunteer work with the Israeli army in a program called Sarel, which is Service for Israel, Volunteers for Israel. The endowed chair allowed me to engage in as many as 3 weeks of volunteer service, which of course has a great impact on my students when I come back and I tell them that I was there not just doing research on the Holocaust and independent study, but then instead of serving the rest of the time as a tourist, serving the country by putting on a uniform and being a civilian soldier, so to speak, for my stay there. It was very enriching, rewarding, and I plan to continue doing that, Hopefully this coming summer I'll have the opportunity. And this past summer, the Endowed Chair for this year, I used that to go back to Europe and visit some of the concentration camps that I had not had a chance to see on prior trips. I went back to Germany, spent time visiting Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, returned to Sachsenhausen, and for the first time visited Ravensbrück, which was primarily a women's concentration camp. From there, I moved on to Austria, where I spent time in Vienna seeing the Jewish Quarter, what was a Jewish Quarter there, the Holocaust Museum there, and all that was related to the Shoah that could be seen in Vienna. And then I went on to Budapest. I took the train to Budapest in Hungary, and although there were no concentration camps there, Hungary was a major Jewish community in Europe at the time of the Holocaust. And it's just a very significant place where a very vibrant, rich Jewish culture existed. And so I went back there. I went there, actually, not back there, but went there for the first time so I could see what was left of the Jewish community there. I took a hotel room in the Jewish Quarter, attended religious services at the largest synagogue in all of Europe, the second largest synagogue in the world, which is the Dohani Synagogue in Budapest. My hotel was walking distance from that. And so that was quite enlightening as well. The experience of going last summer was highlighted by a trip to Mauthausen concentration camp, which is in the hills of Austria, 80 miles from Vienna, near the town of Linz, where Adolf Hitler was born. I rented a car and drove there and spent an entire day there. And as a result of my trip, of course, I've incorporated a lot of my knowledge into the classroom, as I do all the time. But I'm also using some of the video that I took, the video footage. And here on my YouTube channel and on my Vimeo channel, if you go back to my website, there's also a link on the main page to Vimeo, where I have longer videos than what they allow on YouTube here. And between the two, I have created a series of videos using some very effective software, Adobe Premiere Elements, which I've done to process the film. I'm sorry for that little interruption. That was my screensaver kicked in for a second. Didn't plan on that. But anyway, I've made a number of different videos that are part of my report to the college and what I'm showing to students as well. My walk through Mauthausen. I have a complete walking tour that I narrate through the entire concentration camp, pointing out all the places that I think are important for one to know about and learn as they learn about that particular camp. And so my report consists of the book that I passed on to Geraldine Gallagher, which is a kind of a scrapbook of my travels this past summer. And I gave her a DVD of my walk through Mauthausen, but the other DVDs will be coming, and also I will be posting more videos up here with the ones that are already up here. My walk through Bergen-Belsen, the videos where I walked the Stairway of Death at Mauthausen. All that is part of my report for the 2012-2013 school year, 2011-2012 school year. I'm rushing my years. In my endowed report, my endowed chair report for the year. And so I thank again the the foundation, the college for all of its ongoing support. Valencia is really a wonderful place to be, a wonderful family to be a part of, and I'm truly blessed to have the opportunity to enrich the lives of our students because of the generosity and the support that the college and the foundation has given me over the years, and I look forward to continued contributions and growth as a professor at Valencia College. Thank you very much for the award, and I would like to tell you to go watch some of the videos here on my channel.